And then the problem was
So,
there's a question.
hello,
My late.
hello, hello.
Why is that?
Testing 1 2 1 2 3. Joy Joseph left. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello, hello. But you see something.
Hello.
Hello? There we go. So
you
can you get out?
At least we can have it.
Yes. Great. CP, if you need anything. Okay, should I stay or should I go?
No, you can.
I can go.
Call you when you- okay.
I'm leaving.
Hi, Joy. Hi, Monica. We're going to be starting very soon. You are not late.
Okay, thank you. Good morning. I'm in the States for a conference, so I didn't know if I missed the timing. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I hope you're well. We're going to be starting in 2 minutes. Where's that mic now? Please. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. I hope you guys are well, and hello to the people that are joining us online. If you can just come down a bit so that the presenters are able to see you and for you to sign the register. For the people who are online, there's no need to sign the register as we will download it from Zoom. Welcome to the second session of the postgraduate orientation program. As you may have read the email, today's discussion will focus on the presentations that were supposed to happen on Monday. So we have Dr. Christine here from Wellness Center, as well as Mr. Tobani from a Careers Office. They'll be speaking with you about the idea of holistic success in terms of networking, wellness, and innovation, things that you need to know as a postgraduate student, as well as I hope you saw that beautiful email from Mr. Tobani's office about Great Star, right? Are you going to talk about it? I saw it as well. We will be sharing it on Friday when we're sharing Friday's opportunities. But without wasting any time, let me hand over to Dr. Kristen from Wellness Office to take us through what the office does in terms of offering your support in your postgraduate journey. Thank you very much for coming. We will put your presentation just now.
Afternoon, everyone. I'm Christine Lewis, so I'm a psychologist at the Counseling Center, and my role at the university is to ensure that students are well. So part of our mandate as a wellness section is documented in the IDP, goal number 3 of the IDP that speaks to holistic development, growth, and academic success. Okay. I'm gonna continue, just can't see the slides, but I'll continue here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give an overview of the services that we have to offer. And then you, as I give an overview of the services, you will assess for yourself what services do you need. And then I can answer some Q&As. So just as an overview, we form part of the Division of Student Services and Development. And there's 4 sections under student wellness, namely the Counseling Center, Career Center, Healthcare Center, and the HIV office. Some of you might be familiar with this. So what I'll do now is I'll give an overview of wellness, particularly speaking to the Counseling Center. So in terms of the Counseling Center, the services that we offer free counseling. So I know postgraduate is difficult and sometimes it can be tough. So know that the counseling center is there. There's free therapy sessions. So we provide 6 sessions, but if there's a need for a longer term therapy process, we provide that. Some students would say they are struggling, like they have slow writing speed, or they feel like attention span is a difficulty. But I don't think as a postgrad you struggle with that. But if you do, we do offer assessments. We offer psychological assessments. That's also free. We also offer workshops on various psychoeducational topics. If you do face an emergency as a student, you can walk into the counseling center and you'll be seen by the psychologist on call. We also offer various support groups that I will share with you in a bit. We also work closely with the anti-harassment office, equity and institutional culture office, and then we also have a wellness leader program. So just in terms of after our psychological services, we have ER24, and Higher Health has a 24-hour toll-free counseling line where you can speak to counselors and psychologists. The number is 0800 3636, but I'll share it later with everyone. If you need to speak to somebody, you stress and you feel like you need to speak to somebody, that's a line that you can call. We also do activations on campus around mental health, and we work closely with the healthcare centers, so we provide pre and post counseling as well, and different community engagement platforms, but we are open Monday to Friday. So let's say the students who are currently online, if you need to do an online session, that's an option. You don't physically have to come to the center. You will indicate to our administrator that you want to have Zoom sessions or online sessions. That's an option if you don't want to come face to face. And I said earlier, we do group psychotherapy. So for this term, we have various group psychotherapy that we offer. So our men-to-men group psychotherapy is going well. So we're encouraging the men to talk about things with men. So we have male psychologists who are facilitating this. So you are welcome to join these. We also have what you call adjustment to Rhodes. This is also going well. We also have an anxiety group as well as community of care. So if you are interested, what group, the value of group is that you learn from your peers and you have more than one psychologist in the room that can assist you with your problem. We learn a lot from peers as opposed to individual. So for me, it's you get quite a lot out of a session in a group setting. So I would encourage everyone to apply for that. And then I will skip the next slide because the Bani will speak to this. Then I want to say we do have what you call a healthcare center on campus, the clinic on campus. So if anyone has on chronic medication, have minor ailments, maybe there's surgery, care, they can assist with that. And also they cover the primary services, if you have cough, headache, all the primary services. They do have a doctor that comes during lunchtime every day, but you have to book the doctor, and that the doctor is charged on your student account. So if there's a need for a referral to sick list, if there's a need for a referral to for England, let's say now you need maybe psychopharmacological care or anything like that, the referral can happen as well. So don't forget about the healthcare center services. You can always email them if you have difficulties. If you can't make an appointment, if you can't see somebody, you can physically go there or you can email them as well. We also have what you call the HIV office. We work very closely with Higher Health and the Eastern Cape Liquor Board. So this is activations that we host on campus. You would have seen the First Things First campaign where we did HIV testing. We also have like your fund run promoting healthy and responsible use of alcohol. These will also happen on campus. You can always inquire if you are interested in these. Then I want to end off by saying it's important to look after your health as a student. So I always say this, that a wheel is round, and when a wheel is well inflated, it can go far and it can go fast. Now, if you neglect any area of your wellness, it's like having a puncture in your dimensions of wellness. So a puncture, if you don't attend to it, you will eventually come to a stop. So similar to us, if you don't attend to your holistic wellness, be it physical wellness, mental wellness, social wellness, spiritual wellness, all the dimension of wellness. If you neglect a particular area, you are moving, but you are moving slow. And if you don't attend to your wellness, it's like a puncture the car won't move. So eventually it will come to a stop. And you yourself, in your studies, you'll find out that you are on a slow pace. You are in this long dip of no progress. So it's important to look after your health. The services that are offered at university are free. If you're gonna see a psychologist in private practice, you pay about 1,000 plus. So make use of the services. And yeah, I wish you all the best going forward. I don't know, is there any other questions that you might have? So the group therapy is taking place at a counseling center. So we are facilitating that at the counseling center. It's in one of our boardrooms. So if you are interested, you can email counseling center, one word, counseling center @ru.ac.za, or you can physically go to the counseling center and sign up for those. Yes, sorry, I don't have the slide for our contact details. I left it out. Yes.
So I'll send you the contact details of everyone that presented on Friday. But I wanted to find out, Nick, if there's it's gonna sound bad, but a facilitated support group for postgrads who are stuck. Because there's different reasons why postgrad would be stuck. Sometimes they went to the field, and especially for the social sciences one, where the research they were doing in the field in terms of interviews triggered some of their previous traumas. So would there be sort of like an idea like that maybe we can work towards to have groups like that?
Okay, thank you for the question. So we had a postgraduate group during COVID, and that group went quite well. It was purely for postgraduates, and it ran throughout the year from April to November. And we got good feedback in the sense that people were acknowledging us in their PhDs, like, you know, the front page, I can't remember now, but I think there is definitely a room for that. And if you can maybe just drop an email explaining maybe more clearly what it is that postgraduate wants, we can definitely facilitate that. And then I also do want to say there is what you call mindful practice, like mindfulness practice. That is something that will happen in the second term. So we'll have a mindfulness practitioner that will facilitate a mindfulness meditation session. I'm not sure will it be lunchtime or after hours. The person must just confirm that. So that's also something that's coming up. But we'll definitely look into creating a postgraduate group specific. Where can you book for the session? You can email counselingcenter@ru.ac.za with your available time slots. Or you can physically go to Steve Biko Building. Counseling Center is on the top floor of Steve Biko Building, or you can book them.
Let's check here online if they have any questions. Do you have any questions online? You can then just type them and then we'll ask them after. Okay, so right now we're gonna give over to Mr. Tobani. Thank you very much, Dr. Christian, for making the time. The most wonderful thing about this university is that in actual fact, I started going to therapy when I started studying here my PhD in 2021. So don't do that because I'm still untangling the issues that I should have untangled 10 years ago. So thank you very much. We now hand over. Thank you. We now hand over to Mr. Tobani, who's going to take us through amazing opportunities that are available in the career offices. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you. My name is Tobani Mesani. I'm from the Rhodes University Career Center. It's basically a sister department to the Counseling Center. We are based on the same floor as the last floor. That's where you can get the counseling. I'm in the Career Center. So I'll be speaking with you guys about building meaningful industrial connections and securing valuable internships. So basically networking and how you can go about getting your internships. And then at the end, I will talk about the services that we offer at the counseling at the Career Center. All right. So basically, I'm going to mention and talk about the importance of networking in your career path. So why is it so important for you to start networking now? And how then that networking exercise will help you tap into the job market. So you need to basically understand the importance and the power of networking. There's a study that was done by LinkedIn, and it showed that 85% of jobs are filled by people who have networked. So it's important for you then to take up all chances you have that will enable you to network with people so that you can form those relationships. Networking opens doors to mentorship, to referrals, and career insights. So as you network, right, the people that you are networking with, then they'll understand who you are, what your strengths are, what you're studying, what you specialize in. And if you do form then that good relationship with them, they might be able to remember you when there's opportunities coming up. They might be able to refer you to other people that can be able to offer you opportunities. So building relationships as well is very important in your networking journey. So when you meet people, just be authentic and be who you are. Be interested in what they have to offer. And when you talk to them, just ask questions so that you can be able then to learn, and also for you to be able to leave a mark so that they can be able to remember who you are. Where to find these networking opportunities. So Rhodes University does career fairs, and then we also hold alumni events, which are held by the alumni office. So these events are also opportunities for you to network. Whereas if you are at the alumni event, that means you are tapping into a market of people who have studied at Rhodes, so they have interest in you. And so if you make them an impact in their lives by just speaking with them, just networking with them, they will be able then to also just plug you into job opportunities that come up. Also with our career fairs, we have companies that come in from different industries that come in April and in August. The companies come here with the intention to just talk to students on what they offer. And students can also then ask questions on how they can get about getting jobs in those companies. So those are actual platforms then for you to network as well. Professional industry conferences and seminars. So within your field, because there are conferences that are offered, even CBGS also, there's a conference that they offer at the end of, I think that's fourth term. Yeah, September. So conferences as well are great spaces for you to network in. You meet people who are in the same industry as you, and you might meet people that actually have the same interests as you do. So then exchanging information with those people will also be very beneficial to you when you network. LinkedIn and professional communities. So LinkedIn is also another platform that you can use, and you don't have to even leave the comfort of your home. So you can use LinkedIn to network as well. Follow people that share the similar interests as you. Follow people who maybe if you are a researcher who have published things that are related to your research, and then use that platform then to interact with those people. And that is also networking. Professional communities. So if maybe you are, it's actually encouraged that you affiliate with professional bodies. So if perhaps you are a pharmacist, so HPCSA, if you are a lawyer, I'm sure there are law bodies as well out there. So it's important that you affiliate with those bodies, because they do offer online seminars, webinars, where then you can actually have a chance there to interact with people within your field and network with people within your field. And maybe you'll get an opportunity as well to maybe to present something there. And people who are there will then listen to what you have to say, and maybe some people they will be interested further to interact with you. Then that's also part of networking. And then of course volunteering and student organizations. So your student societies, that's also another platform that you can use for networking. Let's go back to LinkedIn and how important it is that you use LinkedIn to network. You need to, if you haven't yet, I will suggest that you start, you open up a profile for yourself on LinkedIn. You have a professional photo. We don't want to see a photo of you at the writing parrot. It must be a professional photo. You must have a description of who you are, and then of course, your qualifications and job experience, your volunteering experience. There you will then have, as I said earlier, you'll have the chance to actually engage then with people who are in the same industry as you. Then you can interact with them through the posts that they post, or maybe they will also comment on your post, and then that's a platform for you to interact. And then of course, joining industry-related groups and discussions. Those discussions in there as well will help you with your networking. And then how to secure internships. So we've spoken about networking. Networking, we did mention earlier that it does contribute to how you get your internships, because if you've networked so well during the course of your studies, by the time you leave, then there will be some opportunities that were offered to you, right? So it's important to use every networking opportunity that you get, so that you perhaps then can be able to get an internship. You can leverage University Career Center and of course job portals. So we at the Career Center, we also get job opportunities from different companies. What we do is then share it on Are You Connected? We have a page on Are You Connected? And also we share those on Student News. So you probably have received some emails from the Career Center with those things. So we do have some job opportunities that come in to us, and then we do share with the relevant student body. And then also it's important for you to be able to tailor your CV according to each application. So if you're applying for an administrative job, then your CV should be tailored to that. You can't use a CV for a research position to apply for an administration job. So you must basically carefully read the instructions on the application so that you tailor your CV very well according to what is required. And then of course, applying early is helpful, because you have then also advantage of the recruiters looking at our application early. And also you're able to follow up with the recruiters and how far they are with the application process. So that also helps you if you apply early. And also if you apply early, then you avoid making last minute errors. So you have enough time to proofread your work. You have enough time to consult people to see if your CV is well tailored. You have enough time to consult people to see if your cover letter is talking to the job that you're applying for. Then, of course, making the most of your internship. So while you are an intern, still networking applies, right? You need to show initiative and strong work ethic. Building of relationships within your internship years is also very important, because those relationships that you build there after your internship is done, those people might be able to plug you into other job opportunities. So it's always advised that wherever you go, you make sure that you build relationships. Also then, seeking feedback and continuously improving is important, because I mean, for internship, that means it's your first time entry into the job market. So that means then for you to be able to grow, then whoever has given you the opportunity, then you need to seek feedback from them so that you can work on yourself and work and see how you can then improve. And of course, document all your achievements for future applications. So whatever you do in that internship program, whatever you've succeeded well in, you need to document it very well so that you can include it in your CV for your next application if it's relevant to, of course, the job application. All right, so basically the final tips and takeaways is that networking is an ongoing process. So you need to start early. So you need to start now to network if you haven't started already. I know these CPGs, they do offer certain events, right? And those events will definitely help you network, one with your fellow postgrad students, and also maybe with people who are invited to do talks. And yeah, so those are very important. And also I think sometimes there will be talks that are done at Edinburgh by different departments. Those talks are often frequented by researchers, people who are in the academic space. So if you then intend on staying in academia, I would say that those then talks will also help you in terms of networking with the people that are there. So every internship basically is an opportunity. So stay curious and be open to learning. All right, so that's that with networking and internship. So what does the Career Center do? So there's career counseling and guidance. So if you are not sure where you are and you have doubts here and there, we have psychologists at the counseling, at the Career Center that you can make an appointment to see, and then they'll be able then to help you find the way. They won't show you the way, they will help you find the way. And then also we do offer career assessments based on the sessions that you don't just come for a career assessment, you first need to have a session with a psychologist. So based on the sessions, then they will determine whether you need an assessment or not. Then we do offer career development workshops. So your CV writing, so we mentioned about CVs earlier. So we do help with those as well. So we help you build your CV, we help you write your cover letters, we help you with your interview preparations. And then the graduate recruitment program. So that program focuses then on the job market and working with companies that have something to offer to students. So the graduate recruitment program is then the one that organizes the career fairs in April and in August. And then we have the student recognition program, which is open to all students. So basically this came about because a lot of graduates end up not getting employment at the end of their studies. So it was thought then, what if we start instilling entrepreneurship now while people are still at university. So by the time they leave university, they have two options: open their own business or be in the job market. Should they not get any jobs, then they can start their own business and they can be their employers instead of being employees. So they can contribute into elevating the high unemployment rate in South Africa. So with that, we do then offer workshops, and then some students also get the opportunity to take part in national competitions. So last year we had 2 students who won competitions last year, national competitions. So our program is, if I say so myself, it's quite good. So if you guys have job prospects, entrepreneurship ideas, just come to us and we will assist you. And then we also have Ask a Professional, which is an online webinar. It's an online webinar series. Here we invite people in industry to come and speak on certain topics with students. So here it's online, so students log in and then they get to interact with that person. So that can also be part of your networking, because you can ask that person questions because it's an industry expert, so they know what they're talking about. And we do ask students for topic ideas. So watch out for the email that's going to come out soon, asking for topic ideas to just find out what students are really, because it's fine if we just come up with topics ourselves and then students don't come and attend. So it's best then if we find information from the students, so we do what the students want. And then we also organized the Rhodes University Top 100 Student Leadership Awards. These awards are tailored to recognize students who not only perform well academically, but also go over and beyond in terms of the leadership roles that they play within the university. And I know the Postgraduate Center also from last year, there was an award that was introduced for solely for talenting postgraduate students. The category is Academic Citizenship Award. So that award basically is awarded to students who actively participate in activities within the Postgraduate Center outside of their usual activities that they need to participate in. And also people who help around the conferences, who help around, also people who are doing research outside of their own research projects. So basically people are contributing positively into building the academic community at Rhodes. So you guys have that chance there to be part of the top 100 this year. So pull up your socks. And then lastly, I didn't put it in here. There's Great Star Awards. They are run by Great Star, sponsored by DHL. And these awards are national awards. So it's top 100 students nationally. So they look for students who are employable. So basically on the skills you have, what you've done, they look at your achievements. So every student is welcome to apply for those awards, and then they take you through interviews, and then they decide by the end of the year the top 100. So you stand a chance of being a top 100 student in South Africa, and then they work with corporations, and then you get mentored by certain corporations if you're in the top 100. So that means then by the time you leave university, your job market trajectory is open. And then lastly, this is how you find us. We open from 8 until 4:30. We are at the second floor in Stephen Bugle. Then that's our email address, website, Facebook, WhatsApp channel, Instagram. And then the QR code has all. This whole time wasn't working.
No, send them the slides.
Acting. Okay. Yeah. The contact email address is careercenter@ru.ac.za. Should you need any assistance from us. Otherwise, you can reply to the messages that we sent on students. Thank you. Yeah, we definitely do offer the workshops. We do send out emails on student news. We use all our platforms, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp channel to advertise. We also have what we call career champions. They go around campus talking about the workshops as well. So I'm sorry that you weren't able to see any of that, but we do try and use all the platforms available to us to market those workshops. And yes, there we do offer those, and also departments can request, and residents can request that we come into your res or your department to run these workshops, classes, and yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So we're gonna be sending all of you guys the slides as well as the email addresses. I must say that when I came here at Rhodes University, one thing I noticed is that there's something weird with their marketing, to a point where you would think you haven't seen the things, but because of how things are being marketed, it is so difficult. And this is why at the center, we actually came up with our own mailing list, because the way in which it shows on your email, if you realize it's distinctive than the way events actually just shows what we are advertising. But at the same breath, we thought, you know, we started doing things that other offices are doing. So for example, there was a random day, I think it was last week, where I was just chilling because I'm part of so many groups internationally, nationally, and they always share opportunities for conferences, internships, jobs, and I would just scroll and apply for whatever I want to apply to and then just let it go. So I realized that there's a good friend of mine who works at UNESCO SDG4, who usually sends me most opportunities that have got to do with AI, sciences, history, this, history, that. And then I just copied that message and posted it on our mailing list to say, okay, it's a Friday, I don't have work, most probably don't have a drinking party, I guess. So I sent it to CBTS. The amount of feedback I got just from that one post, and I thought I was just doing it for that day. And we received so many opportunities because the mailing list we have has got international facilitators that once facilitated a workshop maybe a year or 2 years ago, or a postgraduate student who decided to stay in our mailing list that is now working in Boston University or somewhere. So they kept on sending opportunities. It is overwhelming. I think I'm gonna resign from that part of the job. But I am just thinking about how much we can actually collaborate. I'm just thinking now that we can have a day hybrid like this, where from the career office you present about motivational letters, CVs, where from our side we find someone who can actually show you how to write a personal statement for applying to do a PhD overseas. For when you are applying for MBA overseas, you don't just submit your marks. There's a personal statement and there are things that needs to be there. But at the same time, when you are doing your PhD third year, you must be preparing a research proposal for British Council, which is a funding stream to fund you to go and do your postdoc in another country or another university. Now, there has to be someone coming here who's probably doing something there. We've got connections like that. Someone who's already in a postdoc overseas who can tell you how did they get that opportunity, instead of having separate things where if there's a Mandela Foundation one, there's going to be a presentation about that, students don't see it. And you get people communicating via us to say, please share this to our mailing list. At the same time, we don't want to, I know I do, but I'll get better at it. We don't want to bombard you with emails every single week and every single day. But that is very important. So we are working even with the global, what is the new name? But it's the international office. They've got a new fancy name now, global something. Global engagement with all about a lot of incredible opportunities, because these offices have got a few people that work there. So even though you have an idea, sometimes, to be honest, it is safe to swallow it, otherwise you're going to overwork yourself. So now we're trying to combine different offices to work together. But the one thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about before we leave is this award, which is academic citizenship. I landed my first job in 2018 in academia as an intern in Canberra at Nelson Mandela University by just going there to volunteer. Took a bold move, and don't get me wrong and quote me very carefully, I am very poor. So I took a bold move to resign in my full-time job in 2018. And my startup salary there was 30,000. You can imagine how long it took me in academia to make 30. If I am making 30. So I took a bold move because my boss then wanted me to stop doing my master's and focus on work, because he said I looked tired every day when I go to work. And I was already working on my proposal in 2018, so I resigned. After resigning, I went to go and stay on campus full time, but I didn't have a job. And on campus at Mandela, you cook for yourself. So I then started going around centers to see, because I was doing politics. So I went to the Center for Democracy and Non-Racialism, Canberra, and I started volunteering there for free. In July, they got funding for an internship. The first person they thought about was me. So I got into that internship. Why am I saying this? We have a list of postgrad students at CPGS who pop by our office and our emails to say, listen, your Facebook is work. There's something I can do for you there. I know our social media is really bad. We're trying. We have a TikTok page now. So there's so much that other people can assist with. We're battling to get our website. You know, there's so many things that we do. We're battling to get our website because we keep on changing interns. At the same time, I can do everything. But if there could be someone who would come to our office and be like, we can do this for you, or someone who can come and say, I want to be part of the team that is planning a conference. You add that to your CV. You get a reference letter, and maybe when one of us leaves, you can get our jobs. So that is very important to actually go look for opportunities. There is also a link that is called Opportunities for Africans. In that link, there are funded opportunities, partially funded opportunities, and never ever apply, not never ever, but be careful of applying for an opportunity that requires you to pay. And when you do that, it's a matter of sending to our offices, different offices, to say, Mr. Tobani, there's this job that I'm applying for. This is the profile. Don't use AI. This is the profile. Use it, but okay, never mind. This is the profile of the job, and this is my draft cover letter, right? Is there a link to a recorded workshop that I can go to, or someone that can assist me to just check this cover letter? People are not coming to us with these things. You have support. There were a lot of people that RSVP to come here, but there's just you guys. So there are things that are in the table, but people don't know that you can actually just pop into the office and take what you need. With that being said, we've got the toiletries at the office. You can pop by and take what you need, basically. Doesn't need to be a conversation and proof of whatever. That is dehumanizing. We're not gonna take pictures of you holding a packet of pets. That is dehumanizing. You take what you need in hopes that when you are okay, you can come deposit what you don't need or deposit what you can. Okay, the other thing is that on Friday, I will be sending the recordings of these sessions. This is something that I usually do, where I send also a link to the YouTube recording because we upload the presentations on YouTube. And you will be able to actually just engage with our content in that way. I will send out the slides as well, but the most important one, which is why I'm not gonna forget to do this task, is an evaluation link. So I'll send out 2 evaluation links for Monday, today, no, 3, actually, I have another talk tomorrow. 3 evaluation links. Those evaluation links are very important because they are actually the deciders if we get funding to do the work that we do or not. But most importantly, for us to not repeat the same thing over and over again, only to find out students do not want the particular workshop, they want another one. So it's a space there for you to make suggestions on what we can do. It is anonymous, so you can feel free and speak freely, but also have grace and be kind. So I'm going to be sending that. But another reminder, 2 reminders. One, the 3-minute thesis by Synod. I sent communication on Monday. I will send another communication on Friday. Please do apply for that. It's a matter, you can go to our YouTube page and see how a 3-minute thesis is done. You can go to our page and Synod page to see the presentation of the person that won. Even the national one, which is hosted by Free State University, but that one will happen towards the end of term 3. You just do a 3-minute video and upload a slide. It is not a matter of quality. It is about how you can explain your research in 3 minutes. Now you are a first-year PhD. Of course, you have an idea because you submitted a concept note, I might assume. From that concept note, you present in 3 minutes, sell your research in 3 minutes. No one is saying, do you have findings from this? No, that is not a requirement. It's for us to understand why diabetes is killing people, basically. So you do it in 3 minutes in a way that us people from education can understand sciences and just treat that 3 minutes. And maybe you might be chosen to go to Denmark and all expenses paid for that trip to go and present there and stand a chance to win more and more prizes in there. And the last reminder is for the workshop tomorrow, which I will be facilitating online, looking at how to manage your supervisor. I usually facilitate it with Professor Somakena, but I think because I recently submitted my PhD, I qualified to facilitate on my own. But also because Sue was my supervisor, so we literally just hugged, I think 2 hours ago. So that means we have a successful supervisor-student relationship. So tomorrow I'm gonna be taking you through a contract that we signed. I'll see if I can't find an email that we sent to each other with a contract between the 2 of us in terms of how we were going to work together. I was supervised by a committee of 3 supervisors, and then I ended up with 2. Both of them are actually my friends now. So it's based on that contract and strong but flexible boundaries that we created together in our working relationship. So tomorrow I'll take you through that contract and some of the possible questions that you can have, and also just for you to have a reason to actually just try and manage your supervisor by saying, Asipe from CBT has said we should have this contract, you know? So I'll see you guys tomorrow during lunchtime from 1 to 2 p.m. But thank you, Tomani, for making this time. This presentation was supposed to be on Monday. A lot of people would have just said, no, I can't make it. I've made time for this. but you understood the pressure that we had. I mean, we had a VC showing up, we needed to give him time so that he can get money. But you actually agreed to be here, so thank you so much. And I do apologize, Miss Sia couldn't make it today. I know there was supposed to be a third presentation. We're trying to work out how we can actually have a workshop with her and see what that workshop will be focusing on, but we'll see in our schedule when that will be. Do enjoy the rest of your afternoon. I'll see you at 1 tomorrow. Thanks. Did you sign the register? Okay, please make sure that you sign. Thank you. I need to, we save it, if we desktop. Okay. Thank you, people from online.
Thank you.